created the heavens and the earth. Here is where the history of the earth begins. But how did God create such an immense and vast universe? What were the instruments of creation? Jewish teachings give a remarkable answer to these questions. This creation came into existence through the words spoken from God's mouth. It emerged from the holy Hebrew language. Through the countless combinations of the 22 Hebrew letters, God formed this universe. These were the instruments used to create the world. Yet, this is not the most important point. God did not only give the earth to humanity, He also gave humanity the knowledge of the letters that He used to create the earth. In Jewish historical traditions, a certain book is mentioned, the Sefer Raziel, HaMalach. This is a book containing the mysterious teachings related to Kabbalah, the hidden matters behind creation that the angel Raziel revealed to Adam are described in this book. This is not knowledge that ordinary people can easily obtain. These are the principles God used in forming creation. However, this knowledge is not only powerful, it is also dangerous, because if it falls into the wrong hands, it can turn into dark forces, and this is exactly what happened in history. From Adam, this knowledge continued to spread secretly through later generations. It was transmitted through two lineages, one divine and one corrupt. The source of the knowledge was the same, but instead of being used in purity, it also began to be used through impure forces. According to the Midrash, these impure principles were revealed to humanity through Azazel. We can recognize this mysteriously in several places in the Torah. Genesis 25:6. But Abraham gave gifts to the sons of his concubines and sent them away to the land of the east. The elders say that the gifts Abraham gave them were nothing other than the knowledge of these dark forces, so that they would not influence the future generations that would come through Isaac. Abraham gave them those things and sent them far away. In this way, that knowledge slowly spread throughout the world. On one side, it was passed down spiritually among the generations of Israel. On the other side, it developed into dark forces and occult practices. Most notably, it developed in Egypt. Because of this, later when Moses brought plagues upon Egypt, they were also able to imitate Moses to a certain extent. But Egypt ultimately failed before Moses, because Egypt possessed knowledge, but Moses had God. When knowledge becomes united with God, the power that results is extraordinary. This was not the first time history proved this. A few decades earlier, Joseph had already demonstrated it clearly in Egypt. Genesis 41:8, Pharaoh said about Joseph, "Can we find a man like this, one in whom is the Spirit of God?" There was deep meaning in Pharaoh saying this. Until then, Pharaoh believed that the magical arts found in Egypt could not be found in any other nation in the world. But when Joseph easily explained the meaning of Pharaoh's dreams, something even the magicians of Egypt could not understand, Pharaoh realized that what Egypt possessed was only incomplete knowledge, while Joseph possessed complete knowledge. In this way, the conflict between these two kinds of knowledge continued through generations, and we now see it again in the wilderness at Mount Sinai. This is the difference we are about to see between the mixed multitude and Bezalel. In last week's Parashat, Kitisa, the mixed multitude that came out of Egypt, used their sorcery to make a golden calf in opposition to God. But in this week's Parashat, Vayakhel, in contrast to them, Bezalel uses his wisdom and understanding to build a dwelling place for God. The elders say that some of the instructions Hashem gave Moses regarding the building of the Mishkan were difficult even for Moses to fully understand. Yet at that time, Bezalel, a 13-year-old boy, demonstrated them with skill, accomplishing what even Moses could not comprehend. The Talmud says that the knowledge of the holy letters and their combinations, the very letters that Hashem used to create the world, was revealed to Bezalel. For this reason, the same expression used about Joseph is now used about Bezalel. He was filled with the Spirit of God. Therefore, brother, the difference between them is the message we must understand here. The mixed multitude used their magic to create an image for God. Bezalel used his knowledge to create a dwelling place for God. Their knowledge may have been the same, but their intentions were not. Even in the present world, this conflict still continues. Many possess knowledge, but only a few use it for the right purpose. Knowledge used for evil leads to destruction. Knowledge used in a divine way rises to the highest place. And this has been proven many times throughout history. Joseph, a slave, proved it in Egypt. Bezalel, a boy, proved it in the wilderness. And now, in our own time, Israel, though a very small nation, is proving its knowledge to the entire world. May the temple of that glorious God be built very soon in our time with great grandeur. Shalom.